everyone. Let me fix the volume because I was actually enjoying the guitar. I went with a guitar playlist today because of our darling guest of honor. I was glad when I saw that the patrons, they get to vote every single month as to which mini I'm going to start painting. And since we're in September, I gave them a grouping of minis to pick out, and they went with this cute little piggy. This little piggy one. This is from the Reaper Bones for Kickstarter, and he comes with this adorable little cart, and yes, there are wheels, but I popped them off for painting purposes. But I just love this guy so much. He's got pumpkins in his cart, which is too perfect for fall. So this is what we're going to get started on today. Just a few things I want to cover with you too, because of this being from Reaper and their Kickstarter for Bones 4. And oh my gosh, hello to everyone in the chat. I have literally pushed my setup time for getting things ready for the stream up by about 15 minutes because the chat has gotten so active that I like to jump in ahead of time and just chat. I mean, there must have been like 6 of you already at like 20 of. So it's so much fun to get to touch base with all of you. So hello to everyone. I'm seeing the names. I'm loving it. I'm thrilled to see you here. That little piggy is going to market, or maybe coming back from market because it's full. Who knows? But yes, I am so happy to be painting him. This little piggy went wee, wee, wee all the way home. And God help me, I'll probably be making pig sounds just because. So the plan today is I'm going to get him primed. And the reason why I did not prime him before the stream is because, and some of you may have noticed this as well, who have gotten this Kickstarter, there have been issues with these miniatures being hydroponic, which means that the paint has been beating up and bubbling away, and people are actually having a hard time painting them and getting paint to stay on them. I don't know why. I have tried everything I could as well on my end to get this, well washed, well scrubbed, so on and so forth, and still I'll take my Vallejo primer and I'll put it on and it just beads right up in some sections. I've come up with a concoction that actually works super well and I'm quite happy with. So because of that, I wanted to show you all here sort of how I tinker this little primer together to get something that will actually stick far better. In fact, let me show you. I'm painting up some of the Yanti from the same grouping, hydrophobic, and this is the primer that I put on, and it actually stayed pretty well. I did miss a spot. Of course, that always happens. So this is one of those things where I created this primer, and it has a nice matte finish to it, which is another thing I like, but it adhered beautifully, and it's not coming up and off like I was having with my other primers. I tried my Vallejo, I tried my cheap one, I tried my airbrush one even, and nope, it was definitely pulling up. And the nice thing is that, that you can go, I went back in and started painting and it stayed put. That's the other big test, is to make sure as I go through and I start putting on layers of paint that it doesn't get pulled up. So this is something I wanted to make sure I showed you. Well, thank you, Jan, for posting that. The Discord, come join us in the Discord. So first I'm going to put some water into my little container, and then I'm going to show you the elements that I used to create this primer itself. You're going to want a little throwaway container. These are like those dip containers. They come in very handy for mixing things like this. Let's see. Oh, more people jumping in. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Opera Ghost. So what I've used to create this self-made primer, let's put it that way. I took the primer I have for my airbrush. This is just something I got off of Amazon. The camera's a little wonky because I have to get my camera back from Nerd Artist Dave. We accidentally switched ours at Keystone. Whoops. So if I go to use his camera, it actually gets a little tricky on me. So I just brought down my other 920 that I normally use when I'm streaming games just to make my life somewhat more sane. So I'm using this one that I got off of Amazon. And then I'm also using my Mod Podge Ultra in matte. This is the product that I love and will use for sealing. And then I'm also bringing in the Apple Barrel Black itself. I'm doing a mix of these, and it actually creates something that sticks. Buonasera, Achille. How are you? How are you doing? So basically it's taking, well, let me shake first. You're going to take the airbrush primer first. I didn't use my Vallejo because that's almost gone, and I didn't want to experiment with something that was not enough of. Yeah, that, oh my God, it was the weirdest thing. My computer is literally telling me last week, we don't know whose camera this is. We don't recognize this camera. This isn't something registered, so on and so forth. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, what happened to my camera? And basically I realized, oh, wait a minute. It wasn't just my camera getting pulled out for the recording of the stream or the recording of the panels at Keystone. So sure enough, I popped in and I asked our group chat for Keystone. It's like, anyone notice that their camera's not their camera? And yeah, but I'm seeing him on the 20th anyways, so it's fine. I'm not worried about it. I'll bring down his, he'll have mine. We'll switch, which in New Jersey sounds a little suspicious. But we'll get that settled. All right, so what it is, I basically put in probably a good teaspoon, 2 teaspoons in here. You can always adjust it more. It seems it's more like 2 parts of this to not a full part. It's like a couple dollops. I know it's really technical. A couple dollops of the black. So like half a part. Put in there. And then I'm going to go into my Mod Podge Ultra. Again, make sure it's a matte. Don't do the gloss. The gloss will give you that sheen that you don't need. And that's going to be, again, about a half teaspoon worth. And you just put that all together in your little container, and then you're going to mix it up. Always good to mix. Of course, now I'm looking for my little mixing stick. Oh, the new table. Thank you for asking about that, Leon. First of all, to my patrons, you were a godsend this month because I realized that I was actually able to buy this table setup that I've been wanting to do because my art table that I have right now is an old card table, 48-inch dealie, not even that. And it's starting to bow on all sides. So anytime I put something down, it's starting to roll into the center, and that's not fun. Yo, dice guy! So this month, once Patreon processed through for the month of August, I realized I had the funds to order this table set, and it's not here yet. It is going to be here in bits, so one comes tomorrow and the other comes Friday. Basically, what I ended up doing is I've gotten a narrow pub table, so it's 47 inches high. 39 inches high, 47 inches wide, which is kind of critical, or long. Honestly, like when you read Amazon, sometimes their dimensions, they don't put them in the right spot. Right now I'm just mixing. Make sure you mix well. So basically I have this narrow, tall pub table, and then I got a countertop height, this is important, a countertop height dining table, which is 42 inches long, 36 inches high, and I think it was 22 inches deep. So basically the taller pub table is going to be pushed against the back wall that I'm looking at and nodding my head to that you can't see right now. And then the smaller one's going to go in front of it. And that is going to help me basically be able to put my recording equipment on the top table and do all of my terrain and mini painting stuff onto the bottom table. And I'm very, very excited for that because right now what I have going on is very scrunched. Some of you have probably seen what I've shared on Twitter as well as on the Facebook, the book of the face. So this is something where this weekend's going to be a reset, which is kind of like with the whole camera stuff. I'm like, whatever, I have to redo everything anyways. So that will be coming. I will be taking before and after pictures. My before picture right now is pathetically messy, but hey, why not? So I am excited to share how I get this setup going with you to help everyone sort of figure out, for those of you looking to get art desks set up, what might work for them, especially if you're thinking about getting into streaming and everything like that. It's going to be wonderful. So, speaking of streams, don't forget, starting this Friday, I'm going to start doing terrain streams. So basically every Friday I'm going to feature some bits of terrain. This week I'm excited to do some easy mushroom scatter. I had an idea that I think you're going to like and have a lot of fun with. I'm also starting that up at noon. There might be times where I push it back to 1 p.m. Depending on my schedule or the things I need to get done. But the plan is every Friday I'm going to be doing these terrain builds, and then once we finish up with the build itself, I'll probably rip all the video that I have and try and consolidate it into a tutorial. So probably once a month I'll put up a terrain tutorial depending on what I am making and what I am building at that time. So that is the plan for Fridays. Let's see, what else? Apple Barrel is a Walmart thing. Apple Barrel is actually part of Plaid. I am a Plaid ambassador. Plaid makes a bunch of different ones. You can get Apple Barrel, you can get Ceramcoat, you can get, what's the other one? Dubba-dubba-dubba-dubba-duh. They give me so much. Basically, if you go onto Plaid's website, Plaid Online, I want to say, is their website, you can see all of their products. So if you can't find something that is Apple Barrel in your area, chances are it's called something different. Why am I blanking on the other name right now? So do check them out, and you can find out what brand is most likely being carried in your area. I get them all from Plaid because they're lovely like that. In fact, I love it when I get my paint boxes from them. I have to unpack it off my front porch, but I always love it. All right, so I'm putting Piggy. Yeah, Piggy. And like I said, I've already washed him with Dawn. My hands have been washed too. I always wash my hands with dish soap before I start painting. Again, to prevent oil issues. So I'm going to start painting this up. And yeah, see, Bill, I have tried wet palettes and I really don't like them. I have tried numerous times and nope. No, thank you. Let's see. Paintbrush wise, this little piggy gets we'll use this one. I'm just going to use a classic paintbrush here. A lot of these are the style that I would use for adding washes. Oh, another fun tip that came in through the Facebook group, the Crafting Muse Collective. Who was it? Mia. She posted that you can take those empty watercolor paintbrushes, the kind that are the reservoir style, put your washes in that. And let's just say this week I'm going to try and get a few of those ordered and try that out myself, because that is something I am liking the look of. Thoughts on using faux flower bases as a medium fruit tree armatures? Yeah, why not? I've used a lot of florist products because I used to be a florist. My trees, the live stream that I have on my channel, it's florist wire and floral wrap and just some aquarium plants essentially. Okay, so here I'm going to start adding the paint, and as you can see, it's not pulling off in a way like I was having issues with earlier. Like you'd get it where it starts bubbling and just shearing off. Right now what's happening is just I have kind of a heavier amount of paint on here, and I'm going to put it on thinly. So I'm not looking to do a 100% full coverage with this. It's more just to get really the darker primer into the deeper recesses of them. Oh my God, he's got a pot belly. He's got a pot belly. He's a cute piggy. So I'm just going to get this spread around. You can also add, if you wanted to, more of the Mod Podge if you're finding it's not sticking quite as you had hoped. Or if you want it to be far more opaque, you add more of the black from Apple Barrel. I did play around a little bit and did notice those things, but since I don't want this perfectly blacked out, I actually kind of want just the grooves to get it, and the other part to get a light layer. That's why I didn't go for the full opacity like what I did with my Yanti, because those I definitely wanted to make sure that was darkened out because of the recesses of those scales. Hello. So yeah, this is the piggy. This little piggy gets his primer, as will the cart. And I'll show you the cart in a little bit more detail. But I have found that this has been my little trick for the issues with the Reaper Bones Kickstarter, just having that paint pull off in a way. It's not something everyone's dealing with, but I have gotten a few people contacting me saying, what have you done? I used to be a flower. Hello, Vincent. Yes. I used to be a florist. And I actually did wedding bouquets. Those are sort of my specialty. They're called personal arrangements. So the bridal bouquets, the bridesmaids, the boutonnieres, the corsages, all that loveliness. I used to love doing that stuff. But, then I was done with my college and post-grad work, and a real job came around, and yep, no more florist. Then I went to being a teacher. So, quick little rundown of my employment history. Okay. Get the face. Oh, he's so cute. I'm stupidly excited for this fellow. It's gonna be fun. I am trying to make sure I don't get too much loaded up on his face because he's got some details, but they're also more rounded and soft, so I don't want to start filling these up too much with primer. Gorham connectivity issues. Well, hello, Brent. Glad you can make it back. Good to see you. So, let me see here. I have a couple more things I want to tell you about, but let me finish Piggy. And then I will move over to another special announcement. Look at him. He's so cute. I am going to put some of this on. Well, I am going to paint the base as well with the primer. Though I am thinking with this, what I'm going to do is just go back in and use this great product I got from Vallejo. It's their crushed grass effects paint, and it comes out quite nicely. I thought that would be a good way to sort of get his base done without too much fuss and fanfare. I'll do a little bit of undertone work, probably just do a little bit of dry brushing with some brown, and then put the grass on, just to kind of give him more of a, you know, out walking from the field or on the path, so to speak. Okay, so that gets him fully covered up. I'm just going to let it dry. And again, if you want this to be more opaque, then you add in more of that black eye, because he's gonna be pink. I didn't want to make it too dark. It's good to see you too. And hello, Meet Me. I was just talking about your little trick that you shared in the crafting group about your watercolor paintbrushes, the ones with the reservoir, and putting in your washes for better storage. And it was the Citadel washes too, which anyone who uses those knows, holy crow. Either get a good base to help keep them stable, or run the risk of them spilling, unfortunately, because of the design. So I'm going to go in now. Wait, actually, no, I'm not going to go now. I'm going to go to the next slide. Next. Thank you, next. So there is happening right now. Easy Roller Dice, they reached out to me, and they have this fantastic Kickstarter going on right now for these amazing dice bags. They stand up on their own, and there's some really cool prints on them that I just love, or embroidery. So what they've done, just to kind of have some fun and help spread the word, we're doing a giveaway for my channel. So if you enter to win, the links for all of this are in the description of this current live stream. So if you go and you follow that link, it's going to get you to enter to win, and you stand a chance to win these fantastic metal dice, that fantastic bag, as well as the dice tray. So be sure to check out those links below. Get on over there, and good luck, because I believe it's going on for 26 more days, and the Kickstarter is going for another 20, 19, something along those lines. They're close together. The Kickstarter does end before that, but they're a great company. They're lovely to interact with, and yeah, go check them out. If it's something you want to go and back, then go for it. I just think it's wonderful that they thought to do a Kickstarter, or not a Kickstarter, a giveaway to celebrate their Kickstarter with my subs and followers. And yeah, so go check that out. So I'm going to go in here now, and I'm going to, now this is a nook and cranny for sure because of all the goods and the pumpkins. So I'm actually making sure to stab. I'm stabbing my primer into my mini. Let's see here. Oh, you got chatty. Suggestions on what would go great with pink skin color, painting a harpyish creature. Pink's falling into your reds-ish, so color theory wise, swing it over to greens. Green and red counter play next to each other quite well. You can go more of the side-by-side game of orange or yellow. I guess it depends on the overall look that you want. Like, do you want creepy? Do you want cool? You like that summation? Anybody make it to the KC Renaissance Festival? No, I did not personally. That's the other thing. That's another announcement that you're segueing me into nicely. So there are 2 more cons ahead for me in the works for the fall into winter, which I'm very much excited for. So keep in mind, in the month of November, I'm going to be at Muse. So I'm going to be there, as well as the other 4 guild masters. I said Ford. 4 guild masters, which means you have Scotty, Bill, Gareth, and Jeremy, who will also be there. We're all excited for this and getting to see everyone. So if you are in that North Carolina, Charlotte area, please do check it out. Go to the website, justusproductions.com, and you can get more information as to what's going on there. They have us set up to do a competition. They're going to have a crafting competition for attendees. We're going to do a meet and greet. I'm doing a mini painting class. Thanks to Cripple God Foundry for providing their cleric from their wonderful Kickstarter that they just completed not too long ago. So it's going to be a fun weekend. It's going to be, it's smaller, but you definitely get to see more people because of it. And there are a lot of people from the crafting community who do go to this. So that's one of the other conventions I'm doing, being brought in as a special guest. And I am going to be at PAX Unplugged. I can't wait to go back. So I will be at PAX. I do have 3 workshops going, 1 on Friday, 1 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. Thank you, Vincent. And the one on Sunday is going to be for littles and their parents or guardians. And I'm going to teach them how to paint minis. And I'm using WizKids have these really cool wormling miniatures that are going to come out with the Wave 10. So I'm going to be getting one of those to put to use because I thought, you know, wormlings, little dragons, oop, in frame, wormlings, little dragons, that'd be a fun thing for kiddos to do as well. So that's one of the things I'm doing workshop wise. For the other two, it's going to be the same thing twice over. I was talking with the coordinator and he and I agreed that based off of what happened last year, that it'd be better to have it where I offer the same workshop twice, one on one day, one on the next. So Friday and Saturday, I will be doing a workshop where I basically show you how to make a really quick terrain tile, but also show you how to finish it so that it is not the standard gray dungeon tiles. It's going to be a sandstone. I think I might do my rainbow sandstone actually, that painting trick, as well as a marble floor. So one side will look like sandstone, the other side's going to look like a marble floor. I thought that'd be kind of a fun thing to present to give people lots of options. Also because I am now starting to get requests for more modern terrain builds because of these fantastic tabletop games coming out like Call of Cthulhu. People want something a little bit more recent as opposed to medieval-ish in build and tone. So yeah, those are going to be my workshops for PAX. Panels, question mark? We'll see. Potentially, quite possibly, yes. I've got 2 people who've actually contacted me. So I need to see. We need to work that out and get that all finalized. So there'll be chances to encounter me, and I will have my Muse dice with me, the 2nd edition. Patrons, you will be getting those. I'm going to do another round of sending them out for the holidays, just as a thank you so much, and happy holidays to you. So you will each be getting at least 1 Muse die. At least 1. I think for my patrons, I might add the option of, because a lot of it is once the shipping is factored in, it kind of turns into a flat rate-ish situation. So I think I'm going to give my patrons the option of if they want to get more than just the 1, but cap it at 4 additional ones, I think. I have to look at my numbers. A lot of it's going to depend on how many I give away ahead of time. So I'm going to see if I can give you the option to purchase a couple more if you so choose. A lot of it's going to be while supplies last situation on my end because I bring them to the conventions as a little goodie. So right now I'm still holding on desperately to this little curvatured piece. Ah! Oh, I'm sorry, Jan. I just saw that. You're very welcome. No problem at all. I'm happy to help you out where I can, when I can. So yeah, that is the rest of the conventions for 2019. I can't believe I already have to start thinking about 2020. Emerald City is on that list. It's March. Still thinking of sci-fi? Oh God, Vincent. Oh, I'm always thinking of sci-fi. The problem is every time I think I'm going to have a breather for sci-fi, something else crops up. I have something in the works right now. Can't speak about it yet. You will see it, provided it all comes through. I'm very excited for it, like stupidly so. But sci-fi is still on the back burner, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens with this. This is still a little damp, so I don't want to... I'm going to put this over here on my plate. I don't want to keep going with that and then pull the paint up. I am going to paint these. And I need... Oh, did I lose my little stick? I think I might have lost my little stick, or it got picked up by a kitten. I'm telling you, the kitten's getting rather too good at coming in and yoinking my items off my art desk. That's another reason why I want to get this resituated. So let me see here. I think she did. Oh, you little stinker. All right, so I'm gonna get my hands dirty anyways. So I'm also gonna get the wheels. I'll paint the top first and I'll go back in and I will paint the bottom after the top is addressed. But again, as you can see, this is going on nicely. No pulling away. No beating, no ripping up. And again, I don't know why with some of these that's what's been happening. Because there have been some I'll get and I can paint no problem whatsoever. A few of them that I painted up for BB's place for when I was going over for the castle stuff. And then there was one I picked up and started painting and damned if I couldn't get that paint to stay on it. So yeah. This is where I got this going. Only Spelljammer, mate. Only Spelljammer. Well, no, that's not true because Waste to War Boss, you have Dark Matter, which is from Mage Hand Press. It is a skin that is truly sci-fi based. Argo 37. And that is all spacey adventures with different classes and different races, ship build and interaction and stats and things like that. If you haven't checked them out yet, do go find Mage Hand Press and take a look at that, because I 100% am behind what they've produced with that material. It's excellent stuff, and I've thoroughly enjoyed playing. I love my REC gun. Yeah, I get to shoot lasers. At least that's how I picture it. It's like boom. No, I didn't just turn into a 4-year-old who's playing with her Nerf gun. Not at all. All right, so I'm going to get the top part of the wheels as well. Put that down to the side to dry. Let's see here. Oh, well, thank you, Vincent. Yeah, it's, it's a situation of the best laid plans of mice and men. And I keep getting little mice going like, oh, but wait. How about we do this instead? Trust me, no complaints, because what's coming up I'm thinking is going to go over well and people will be excited about. I'm ridiculously excited. And I'm not going to say any more even though I want to. So yeah, right now it's getting just the last little bits on here covered up. Just very gingerly holding it right now. Yoink. Flip over. Oh, and this, this is called, I cut my son's hair yesterday. And my finger in process. Although it was actually, I was cleaning the blade, or the, on the scissors. And while wiping it dry, I wasn't thinking. Sliced right through the paper towel into my finger. That felt grand. Ever so grand. So yeah, I injured myself. Not crafting related. Well, no, is it crafting? No, probably not. Say it, says Dice Guy. I can't. I wanna. But oh my god, I can't. I can't. I have to be good. I have to be good. Okay, so that takes care of the cart as well. Life is what happens when you're in the middle of making other plans. John Lennon, very true. Oh, so true. Like this whole freaking summer, I blinked and it went away. Ooh, did it not cycle? Hold on, I gotta get the music back. No, we're not repeating just the one. God, could you imagine? This song's familiar. Get that. Yeah, natural one on that one. Oh, that was more of a wisdom, quite frankly, than a dex. God, as soon as I did it, as soon as I sliced my finger, I was like, son of a expletive. Hee hee. And yeah, I was not my finest moment in the least. So let's see, what else do I have going on here? We did Mace, we did the giveaway. I told you about, I think that's it for the special announcements. Yay! Okay, so we're caught up with all of that. So now what I'm going to do is let's check our piggy. Here, piggy. Look how cute he is. Look at that butt. The piggy butt. Oh, gosh. New crafts. Yeah, the crafts are coming. It's just this summer was insane. And the fall's still kind of insane, but there is a need to do some stuff with crafting. I'm not gonna say it though, but I really want to. Okay, I'm gonna paint the other side of the wheels now. D&D is whatever you make of it. This is very true. You are correct, Bill. I'm all about the homebrew. It's fun to homebrew. I mean, honestly, The Last Air is sort of not a mutation, but it's sort of a blending of the two. There are different parts of the Tales of the Old Margreave, that I'm pulling from. However, it's definitely, my concept of the campaign itself. So, I love it. I love just being able to create. And next Sunday is definitely going to be some brewing on my end. Because I just had this concept. I'm like, I need to do this because it's going to work out nicely with what I kind of have in mind. So I'm going to be busy tonight and tomorrow and Friday. And oopsie, did I? No, I did not. and Saturday, and then Sunday I'll reveal what I have planned. I'm so excited. That and my players are basically jumping right into an encounter. First thing, right out the bat. Right out the box. Right off the bat or right out the box. Take your pick. Don't blend the two. So that's going to be, I kind of like doing that. Like, okay, roll for initiative. There's this freaky thing happening, so let's go with it. Okay, so here's our piggy. Here, piggy. Hims is so cute. So I am going to do my usual, my dry brushing. I'm actually debating what, you know what? Oh, we'll have fun. I'm going to use pale flesh for this. Because, you know, the piggy. Now, I think I'm going to make him a pink piggy. I was debating it. Yeah, I think making him a pink pig would be fun. Other idea was making it sort of like a brown and white piggy. But I like color. You know how I am with color. I like being able to do stuff with color. So I'm thinking pink piggy will be a lot of fun. Let me move a couple things out of the way because my little spot is getting crowded. Bacon sandwich. Let's name him Sandwich. Yes, thank you, Wasted War Boss. So I'm taking Vallejo's game color line, pale flesh. Although here's the real test. Is it true? I don't know. No, Vallejo, this isn't pale flesh. This is pale flesh. Close. There is a color from Plaid that matches me. It's freaking hysterical how well it matches my skin tone. It's tempting to take it into, like, you can get like special foundations mixed and made for you. It's tempting to go and be like, okay, I need you to make it this color. To a T. Make it this color. Sandwich the pig. See? I think we're going to name him Sandwich. Sandwich, we can call him Sammy. I like Sandwich. Haha. I'm telling you, I have more fun naming these guys with you participating in the chat. Oh, that's what I want to show you. This is what I was talking about. Well, not that way. This way. This is what I was talking about with Vallejo. It's their crushed grass from their weathering effects. It's actually pretty effective. I like it. So this is going to go on the base for Sandwich. And we'll have fun with that. I might even put some on the wheels. Just a little bit of a fun little touch. Once had a piggy bank that you named Hamlet. Oh, that's adorable. I got a warning about a word that was posted here. Be careful what you write. Yeah, you do need to be careful because keep in mind, yes, we are all adults in the chat, usually. However, I do have photographic proof that I have young children who do watch these live streams. So we have to be careful what's put in the chat. And that's why I'm also very careful about how I speak. Trust me, when the camera's not running, my friends, my darling dear friends, they know I swear like a sailor. For fun. But in here, yeah, there is a crispy bacon. Crispy bacon. He's one of the followers here. So I'm going in with a wider paintbrush and I'm just going to dry brush this on to piggy. And then we'll start building up to get him pink instead of peach. And this is just so we can start bringing out all those lovely details on him. Although, honestly, there's not that many. Because he's a rather rotund fellow. Which I'm loving. Look at the belly. Get the pot belly. What I'm going to do now is today I'm going to focus on Sandwich. So I'll probably get Sandwich done within the next hour. And then next week we'll do the cart. I was thinking over, I'm like, if I'm trying to jump between the two, it's going to get to be headachy. I also just tapped into Phoebe from Friends. Probably the hair. There we go. You can call him the Dixie Pig if you're a Stephen King fan. I like Sandwich. I've landed on Sandwich. That's called to me. That's become already near and dear to my heart. You are Sandwich.
Hello, Sandwich.
And I'm sorry you are going to get some wiggling of the camera right now because of the setup right now. But that'll be adjusted. Hero of Dunwood. I like that. Let's see. Quinian, same V. That's why I said TV cussing only on my Facebook group. It's true. It's very true. I say PG-13 only because I think about sort of the shows that our kids personally will watch, and we do kind of hover around PG-13 and everything like that. And again, my children hear my mouth. So they're not dumb. Ooh, oh dear. Hold on. We had a patch of still some wet black. Let me rinse this off. So yeah, even in my group, I try and be very careful about what is shared and said. And if people have used questionable words, I will message me like, can you just please rephrase this? I know for a fact I have a 10-year-old in that group. You know, it's just one of those things. It's like, I know full well they're hearing these things on the bus and at school. Trust me, I know. However, I don't want to be a contributor to a child hearing a word that a parent didn't want them to hear. Let's put it that way. Plus, you know, respect, yo. Don't ask. Just don't. I'm in a mood. Okay. Darling, which way? I'm going this way. Look at you, little roly-poly-oly. So still using that pale flesh. I might actually do maybe a couple rounds. I don't know. This is where I gotta be careful. This is where, yep, there's a little patch on the base that's still bit. Hello, Lance S. Yes, I do. I absolutely do, Lance. I have all these paper plates and I use them up until they have turned into these Jackson Pollock-like creations. Some of them I've been tempted to save because they come out looking pretty. The rest I'll just toss. But that's what I use for my palettes. It's just how I've worked best. And it also helps me if I've split a project. I can look at the paints I used for that project first session and recreate, especially if I've been mixing. So that's why I like to use my paper plates. I don't like wet palettes. Please don't ask me to try one. I have tried one. I don't like them. They're evil. They're the devil. Sandwich the pig pulling his cart of future pies. Exactly, Bill. He's a pulled pork sandwich. Oh, we're going to hell in a handbasket. Well played. Very well played on that one. Okay, get a little bit in that. There we go. Get a little bit in that there spot. So my boys are back at school officially today. And they're taking separate buses this year, which is the first time they've done ever. And oh, he's got like a surly little pout. Oh. And kid one gets dropped off first, and it's normally the bus stop was just at the end of our driveway type of situation. But now with the middle school, he's got to walk a little bit, and it was doing like this weird misty, rainy crud this morning. I'm like, you know what? I'll drive you down. If you need to wait in the car, that way you're not showing up to school all, humidified. And we get there, and there are already other kids standing and waiting. And I got, you know what, Mom? I'm okay. I can get out, and I can wait with everyone else. You can just go back to the house now. I'm good, but, thanks for dropping me off. Oh, and I'm normally not that mother. I love watching my boys grow up and do cool new things and getting new experiences under their belts. But just to hear his not so little boy voice saying, "I'm good, Mom." That was an unexpected development for the first day of school. That was my first for school. But he did just fine. Not that I was watching from behind a pine tree down the ways in the street to make sure he was doing okay, and everything worked out well with him getting on the bus. Nope, I totally did not do a thing like that. No way, no how. Like I said, that's normally not my MO as a mother. I'm more like, go, fly, learn, do. But finding out I was just doing the drop-off and driving away, that was unexpected. But it was good. I'm proud of him. I'm thrilled for him. He's a lovely young man. He's going places, that one. As is the other one. The other one's going to make me crazy in process. But the hardest word I've used recently is fudge cookies. Hey, that's pretty good, Brent. That's a good one, Vincent. Daddy is Mama Witch. Why? Because she's cussing again. Don't you mean cursing? That too. Yeah. Yep. What was I going to say? Oh, I got distracted. Vincent, you distracted me. Oh, yes. Like one of my fill-in words when I really want to say something, but I don't want to mar my children's ears, is son of a motherless goat. Yes. If you hear me saying son of a motherless goat, you know I'm not a happy camper. And I'm feeling the need to swear, but I'm in mixed company. So yes, son of a motherless goat. That's one of mine. Feel free to use it and, take if you would like. So I'm going back in, doing a second round now of the pale flesh. because I want to get some more of those highlights brought out. So I'm going heavier pulling in the one direction. I'm going to flip them and do the same thing, pull in the opposite. But I want to highlight the haunches and everything a little bit more. You look like someone. Oh! Okay, story time. I used to work with a guy who had a face like this. So yeah. Oh, it's a good thing we landed on a name already. I can't unsee that now. Crap. Yeah. Sandwich, you bear a striking resemblance to someone I used to work with. Oh god, that's awful. That is awful of me. Crackers and cheese. Oh, see, I love how we're giving our alternative swearing. Nice doing parent stuff right. I am trying. That is, let me tell you, parenting is not for the weak of heart. No way, no how. Be ready. See, there's a joke I could throw out right now, but I'm not going to. I'm going to behave, I'm going to behave, I'm going to behave. But yeah. He's so grump. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not going to be able to paint him with a straight face now. Son of a motherless goat. Oh, God almighty, help me get through this one. And he was such a curmudgeon. Oh my god, he was such a curmudgeon. Like, he was just miserable. Almost for the sake of being miserable. The pig's face reminds me of a former coworker. Oh, you know what's also fun for soft cussing? The Good Place. I enjoy that show greatly, but I love their fill in the blanks for some certain cursing. That's fun. That's ones that I've definitely have tried to adopt on. Just because they're silly. I did need to get some more of the flesh. Well, not the flesh, but the paint flesh, pale flesh paint. We'll get there. We'll get there. Now, you see I'm doing the same thing. I'm making sure I'm pulling the paint from the head to the back, as opposed to reversing situation. Okay. I think my paintbrush is still slightly too wet. Hell's bells and buckets of blood. That's actually good. Yes, Firefly. I haven't watched that in ages. Pig is occurring, says Dan. Hello, Dan. Thank you for joining us today. If you guys want to watch a really cool episode for World Tree Burns from last night, get over to Cobalt Press's Twitch channel right now and watch it, because Dan did cool stuff with a Nothic. And the players, too. I know it was a really good episode. I was enjoying it greatly. Some moral dilemma debates, which were hysterical to listen in on, between the players and how they wanted to handle their situation. I knew I was going to oink the good pig. All right, he's getting there. This side's still a little bit too wet. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to do the dry brushing again, just because it's not collecting like I want it to. So I am, let me see, can I do the base now? Is questionable. I'll do it very lightly. I can always rinse it back off. I just got to make sure I stay closer to the edge than near the body. But you can see there's some texture in there, but it's kind of like, that's why I want to use the grass. Sandwich is looking good. He's a yummy sandwich. Oh, God. What'd you name this mini? Sandwich. Why? Because he's pork. Hey, Dustins and Dragons. Are you a pig-ass man? Yes. Well, I like the book. Oh, funny. I love how you guys throw these into the chat. These little random bits and pieces. All right, so he's almost where I want it to be. I just want to get onto this side, but it's still too... It's blending. It's not gathering on itself, so it needs to dry just a little bit more. Let me rinse this brush off. Don't ask. I don't even eat McDonald's. What the hell? Where'd that come from? I can't eat McDonald's. It makes me so sick. Fudge. I want fudge. Have you ever made peanut butter fudge? That's good stuff. Okay, Mia, thank you so much for stopping in, and thank you so much for that tip about those paintbrushes, because I am following through on that one. I should put a link into the, all right, I gotta remember that. I'll put a link into here, the group, and on my Facebook and Twitter for these. It's just such a good idea, man. Thank you. So yeah, that'll be the plan for that one. Ooh, that was something just left my mind. Oh, Craig, are my children into D&D? Our youngest has been playing since he's 3.5 years old. They are very much into D&D. The oldest has written 5 campaigns now, and he's run 2 of them for us, one of them being the Dungeons and Doggies. I got them the miniatures at Gen Con. They're loving that. We're back to McDonald's. McDonald's and a pig. No, it's not. This is not sponsored, YouTube. Nope, it is not sponsored. But they love D&D. It has been so fantastic for them growing up and learning how to do things, especially with school projects and socialization. I am a huge get your kids into playing the game advocate. And yeah, when they're younger, you kind of have to, mitigate what's shared and what you do with it. But trust me, it's incredible. The youngest loves to make PCs. I have no idea where he gets that from. None whatsoever, because I don't have over 20 PCs just sitting there between campaigns that I'm in and one-shots that I've done. No, not I. Definitely not I. God. I mean, if you wanted to, McDonald's, I wouldn't say no. We'd just have to come across a nice agreement, but don't expect me to, eat your product. Oh, that's great, Craig. Yeah, we play together as a family. They play together with each other. Like, a lot of the summer was the Pokemon campaign that he wrote up. He and the younger one, he'd run the game, and the younger was the player, and that was pretty darn cool to listen to them do that. All right, that's better. So he needs to dry a little bit more, and then I'm going to move on to doing... We think pink, right? We're thinking pink for him? Oh my God, help me. Help me! That's... I'm going to rinse my brush now, and I'm going to try and figure a certain face. McPoison, yes. Sandwich the Pig is happy and big. He's pulling his cart because harvest starts. I like that. This live stream is brought to you by Pork Chops. I truly just can't eat the food. It makes me nauseous and ill for weeks on end, so nope. It's like a self-defense mechanism. It's a nope. I see McDonald's and nope, not happening. Nope. Mm-mm. Also, not sponsored. Me and my seltzer water. It's my thing. So, let's see here. I'm trying to think what else is going on while I'm letting him dry. Talked about the art table. I can't wait for that. I'm probably going to put pictures up Facebook because they let you do the albums. I'll try and do progress photos on Twitter because you only get 4 of those photos as you go along. Dawnbringers is on tomorrow night. Argo is not. They decided to take a break on Scrat's channel for Scrat and Alice, so they're off for the week, which means I'm off for the week. What else is going on? And I think that's everything. All right. So here's our darling piggy. I did grab some. Actually, let me put this one back. That color is a moot point. The McRib. What is it with the McRib? The McRib has like a cult following, doesn't it? Right? I know some people go like crazy about the McRib sandwich, which I don't personally get, but hey, it's a thing. Fantastic. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because I do want to do this pink. I'm thinking. This is because my brain's trying to go in 2 different directions at once in terms of technique. I think what I'm going to... Hello? Oh, kid 1's home. Kid 1 is home. They have half days the first 2 days of school. Why they do it that way, I do not know. So what I'm going to do is I actually have this airbrush paint, and it's a little bit thinner, which is why I'm grabbing it, so I don't have to play with thinning them out. I'm going to take these 2 colors and blend them together. So one is my flesh tone. Remember I was talking about there's one that matches me perfectly? I think this is the one. So one is flesh tone. McRib is the name. No. It's sandwich. Or it could be McRib sandwich. Yeah, I'm hearing my child. So I'm gonna do that mixed in with this pink. The pink is a little bit brighter than I want it to be. I want to add a little bit more of a warmer, muted beige to it. Hence why I'm pulling in that flush. So I'm gonna get these two colors mixed together. Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. Be nice. But this is it's almost too cool of a pink, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. I always hear voices. Are you kidding me? The voices that live in my head, usually my NPCs and PCs. But you can see that this is a cooler pink, so I need to, pardon me, warm it up a little bit. You know what? Let's move the cart. That'll make things easier. Take the cart off the plate, V. That's an idea. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to add in the fleshy shade that I got, and that's going to hopefully become the color I want to do. At least if you ever need to make a dummy head to escape from prison, you've got the perfect pink. This is true. A V dummy. A dumb V. Don't get me started. Oh, dear Lord. The weird thing is that I haven't done a live stream where I haven't had to worry about... Was that? I don't think he's home. It may have been Hemingway then walking around upstairs. I haven't had a live stream where I'm not worried about the kids getting on each other's nerves since summer vacation started up. So right now I'm just... Oh, yay, there's the pink pig color I want. I love it when things do what I want them to do. So now I have this like perfect pinky, piggy shade going. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, oh, what's the one I want to put on top of it? The flesh shade from Citadel. What's it called? It's sitting right here. One moment, please. The Reichland. This will go on as the wash for him. That's the plan with that one. Sandwich is officially legendary. Why is he legendary? What did I do? Why is he legendary? Legendary! Sandwich the pig. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now I'm catching up. What if the base had a pile of apples on it that he's been eating? That would be stinking adorable is what that would be. Copy paste that mix. Joink. Golden Corral? That's a restaurant, right? Sorry. I don't know if that just blew out the microphone. That was a high-pitched sneeze. My apologies. Okay, so let me get into painting this one. I don't want this brush. I want my smaller one. Where are you? Where did you go? Oh, come here. All right. I think this is it. Yeah. This is the one I want to use. Golden Corral. Where's Golden Corral? What area is that? I have a feeling that's a regional thing because no, I'm thinking like, is it like Roy Rogers? I know. I had a silly little sneeze. Begging your pardon. Okay, so this is why I like the So this is why I like using the airbrush paints because they go on nice and thin. I don't have to use a thinner on it at all, which I like. And that's also why I didn't mix it with the other flesh tone because I knew if I did, it was going to make it thicker. And I didn't want it thicker. I wanted it just to glide nicely on top. And the other thing people ask me is why I don't use my airbrush often. Space. Okay, no, he is home because my cats don't flush the toilet. All right, I wasn't hearing things. He is home. Although, if the cats have learned how to flush the toilet, I am screwed. Because that's just going to turn into a game, and we have a septic tank. So I'm just taking this pinky color, and it's going around and around, all around. Pig butt. Back it up. But you can see that's giving me... Oh, maybe if I can get... There we go. Once it dries, it's going to show up better. You're still getting the gloss of the wet paint. But he's pig. He's a pink pig. That's why he didn't respond back. He couldn't hear... They don't know. My cats don't flush the toilet. However, they do open up the kitchen cabinets. Dear God. Cotton was sitting there last night. He was protesting the fact he didn't get more food. Well, he's a chonker. He's on a diet. There's a reason why he's not getting more food. Literally sat there last night at the kitchen cabinet where we keep their food, their dry food, opening and closing the door the whole time. The-dunk, the-dunk, the-dunk. And looking at us at the same time. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I want my food, Mom. Hint, hint, Mom. Little stinker. Now, I'm not worrying about getting pink on the base because I'm going to paint the base up at the end and prep it for that grass, which hopefully I can add on here today. Because quite frankly, it's going to be putting this layer of pink on, letting him dry. I'll paint the base up. Then I'll put the wash on, and then I'm hoping they are saving... No, they're using the water, Tiny. The cats are flushing evidence. I mean, Rory has run away with miniatures and hidden them in her stash somewhere, so I wouldn't be surprised. It took me 2 weeks to find the head of the Dracolich that Crippled God sent me. Because she decided that the head looked like so much fun as a toy. Forget the rest of the body. Little stinker. So yeah, hopefully I can get sandwich done. And moving along. Oh my god, that face. We're back to the face. That face. I do need to look up the color of pink pig hooves. I did not do that. Whoops. That's easy enough to address. Not too worried. Yeah, piggy, piggy, piggy. Yeah, pig, 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 pig. Sweet. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. Hey, I live in farm country, okay? I actually do. The the stockyard is not too far away from us. A dot or two. No, I'm going to leave him pink. I honestly, I'm going to leave him pink. I think it's that whole Charlotte's Web Wilbur thing kicking in right now for nostalgia, but he's going to be a pink pig. If you have this mini and decide to paint him up with spots and stuff, I would love to see, though. Oh god, Alyssa, that's funny. Yeah, cats figure things out. I tell ya. The little girl especially, she's too smart. She really is a smart cat. She's figured out different things that'll make us get up so she can get something she wants or to distract us. I'm learning. Okay. Pretty much got this everywhere I can get it, but I do want to do... Probably going to go through and do like one more thin layer. I'm thinking. But he definitely has that nice fleshy pink pig look going on. And once the other wash gets on. No. No spots. No spots. He's just going to be pink. Oh, you're cute. You really are cute. Okay, so then for the base, let's get a color going on that. I think I am going to do just like a nice green. Please, please, please. Please, 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 please. Use your please and thank yous. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Didn't fall. I live to tell the tale. I'm going to use palm leaf. This is another apple barrel. Actually, it's a beautiful green. If you can get a hold of this green, this is fantastic for forest terrain colors. I love it. I've been through a couple bottles of this now. Ouch! And I'm injuring myself again. Although, is it craft related if it was my own nail trying to pull a seal off? That is the question. Alright, so I'm going to use this palm, and I'm going to put it onto his base, and then that's going to act as a base for this stuff. This actually does dry darker, so it's not that I'm trying to match here. I just want to kind of give it some, because I know the darker color it's going to dry, I want to give a little bit of a light color underneath too. That's where my brain is going right now, at least. So I'm going to put a little dollop. A little dab will do ya. And then switch over to a smaller brush. And apply the palm. Palm leaf is the official name. You died, but you lived. What do we have here? My goodness, Sandwich really is a portly porker. Isn't he, though? Look at the pot, Betty. I mean, the belly is on the ground. Sandwich needs a workout. This is why Sandwich is pulling the cart. Because he's got to burn off a few calories. This is his cardio. It's probably leg day for him too if he's pulling the cart, right? Oh, this is such a pretty spring green color. That's why I like using it. Actually, I like it with the pink too. Next roommate had a cat who loved me but hated the previous roommate before me. Oh, Jesus. Cat pushed a plant onto the... Oh, wouch. Yeah, I mean... Some cats, they have these little streaks to them, that is for sure. I used to work in animal rescue. There are officially only 5 cats I have never been able to get to become agreeable towards me. And they were psycho cats. They absolutely were psychotic cats. They literally needed something. Oh, thank you, Jan, for sharing that again. Yes, there's a Discord where you can jump in and say hello and share your projects and stuff. By all means, feel free to do so. You can hear my son walking around upstairs right now. Looking forward to hearing how the day went. He came home alive. That's a good sign, right? He's in one piece. But I like spam! If I paint another one of these, I'm going to name it Spam. So we have Spam Sandwich. Hee hee hee. What are you doing? Hearing him clunk around upstairs. Yeah, I'm a fan of this green. That's not Fat Sandwich has a string. He's stocky. That's muscle. That's not Buddha belly. That's muscle, I tell ya. I mean, yeah. This is going to bug me. I need to look up pink hooves or hooves on a pink pig. And then I can figure out what I'm going to paint the hooves. Because I want to make sure I get that looking like I need it to look. But oh my. This is just going to be too darn cute. What could be fun too is if I can find them. And they're out right now. Keep an eye out for them. They have confetti that looks like leaves and it's made out of paper. It's actually really good for fallen leaves in your terrain. Sandwich is a muscle monster. Sandwich is a piggy. Yeah, piggy, piggy, piggy. Look at how cute he is. Oh, Sandwich. Alright, that's all I'm putting on the green. Black usually. Yeah, I'm gonna... Hold on. Cell phone! If I try and do it with my laptop, forget it. Watch me hit the wrong button and end stream. That would be fun. Da da da. So... we go to the Googles. This is literally how I'll paint half the time. Like, I need to figure out what's going on here. So, pink pig hooves. God help me. I'm probably going to get some interesting photos. Pink pig hooves. Hopefully no recipes. Because, you know, that's a thing. I wasn't wrong. Crap. I can't show this on TV. Oh, hold on. They're kind of a... I'm looking at a butchery photo. Yeah, they're kind of beige. Looking at this. You can buy pork feet by the 2 dozen if you want. Oh. Look, I eat meat. I do. And I know that they're living creatures, but whew, slightly crazy. Okay. Oh, thank you for Vincent. Thank you, Vincent. I'm reading and speaking at the same time. Thank you for stopping by, Vincent. Good to have you in the chat again. So it's kind of a beige tone. I'm going to go to Khaki and put that on the hooves. And that's an image I need to get out of my head and fast. Don't Google that. Don't Google pink pig hooves. Or do if you're looking for a good supplier. Spam. Let's see, it could be sandwich. Sir Sandwich of Spam-a-lot. There we go. Can do that. And now I'm gonna let me go to a different brush. because they're not that big. Smaller bush. Okay, thank you, Bill, for stopping by. Have a lovely day today. We're getting there with sandwich. So I'm going to go in with Khaki and basically just pop it on the top where the hooves are. It's honestly not even concerning me that there's some pink on there because based on the real life photo, there's some blending. Oh God, this has left me like, ugh. Regrets. I have them. Ugh. Guess what's not on the menu? You got clip art? How did you get clip art? I did not get, my second hit was hooves from a meat market. That or it just means the searches I've been doing lately as a DM are skewing. They're skewing my search results. Oh God. I'm on a list somewhere, aren't I? They've put me on a list. I'm officially on a list somewhere. Crud. Okay. Get the little hoof action here. This little piggy went to market. Aw, you look so cute. It's kind of fun to actually paint a cute mini. Change it up every so often from the horrors. Bone Devil to cute pig. Why not? That's on brand for me. Would have been more on brand if I made the Bone Devil look cute. Yeah, absolutely. D&D searches have to get you on lists somewhere. Look at his face. Yeah, that kind of helps. Thank you, Killamore. Yeah. You can tell it's still there, though, because of the way I'm swallowing. I'm just like, okay, don't retch, don't retch, don't retch. Don't chuck. Not that I would. There's not really anything in my stomach, but ugh. That was not anticipated, ladies and gentlemen. In the least. At all. Yeah, but this just gets his little footsies all ready. Actually, might put some of this. I'm gonna no, take it back. I'm gonna finish up and do another layer of the pink. The pig just hides the horror inside. Yes, it does. And I'm gonna go back to my brush, a flat one. Oh, I tell you. All right, so we're after 1 o'clock. I'm gonna get another of this on him. Another round of the blended pink I did between the flesh tone and the pink. I'll make sure the names and get on this description. But I do want to heighten the pink just a little bit more. So I'm kind of doing an overbrush at this point. I'm not going for full coverage. I'm just sort of pulling it along the upper regions. Yeah, that's done doing what I needed to done do. It's getting far more pink. Might be helpful to show the right side. There, you can see how it sort of light. So you can see it sort of makes a little bit more of that smooth tone as opposed to the mottled. But it's a very light coating. It's heavier than a dry brush, lighter than a full coat. Bigger than a bread box. He is bigger than a bread box. Who are we kidding? Actually, I should grab a minions for scale. He's a hefty dude. This is the pig that the farmer raised for the county fair. And then everyone loved him, so they had to give him something to do. So now he's the cart puller for the farm. That's your backstory for Sandwich. Sandwich was a county fair winner for being the heftiest of hefty pigs. And the farmer and the town grew to love him so much that he was not going to be bacon. He was going to be Sandwich. See, I can't help but do stuff like that. That's just me being me. But you're a cute piggy. I do have to go in for his eyes. Probably just do nice black, I'm thinking. All right, cool. Oh, let me tuck a little bit in here. Yeah, I'm liking that for second coat's much better. Okay, that leaves me happy with him for the second coat. We'll do that. And then I'll do the flesh tone. I always forget it. Reichland. We'll do the Reichland wash on top. And then I'll let him dry well. And then I'll also go back in. I'm just going to do some dry brushing. Very, very light with some bone white. Again, to bring out what little edges he has. Because he's mostly rotund and round. And that should take care of Sandwich for today. And then we'll do the cart next week. Because the cart, for those of you coming later, this is his cart. And it's got these lovely pumpkins. Look at the pumpkins. And I think there's like another gourd in there. That's an eggplant. All right, so I got to paint an eggplant. And I think this is asparagus. All right, and these could be probably some plums. Those look like carrots. So there's a variety in here. And apples. Those could probably be apples too. Apples, carrots. I think that's eggplant just because of the cap on top of it. Thoughts on that one? You gotta wonder if the sculptor threw that one in. All right, so here we go. He's drawing the eyes. I want to do his eyes. For that, I'm just gonna go straight black, quite frankly. What about motivational truffle on a stick? For me, truffle oil. Oh my god. Please, they have the truffle oil. That would be fantastic. Come on. Don't yell at me. You know I do this when it comes to dotting eyes. Yep. Opera Ghost found the emoji. Emoji. Alright, so first I'm going to start with putting some black in. I'm back to that coworker. God help me. Okay, so he's got his eyes sort of getting started up. Oh, I see. Get some more paint on here because I need to get... I'm trying to keep it in frame so you can see, but so I can also see. Doing eyes, going quiet. He's so glowery. That's a word now. Let me just get a little bit more on that one eye. This is a back and forth because the eyes are actually a little bit bigger than a standard mini. So I'm kind of just dotting a little bit as I go. To help keep balance and consistency. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that for his eyes. He is looking at you, kid. I'm going to get the nostrils too. Ta-da! Meet said coworker who's a cute piggy. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. All the way home. Okay, I'm gonna shove a paintbrush up your nose, friend. I'm actually trying to make sure I get it more on the inside than on the outside. His nostrils aren't even in the sculpt, by the way. Why would they be? Can I fix that? I might be getting obsessive. Hold on. Almost looks like it collapsed on the one side after getting pulled out of the, There we go. It's a little bit better. I'd love to see someone painting a giant badger for my druid, as he was a lead badger for my gnome wizard. Another badger. Badger. Hey, perfect for Friday. Mushroom. Oh, God. Hello, Ginger. I just realized you jumped in. Thank you for joining us. Oh, look at the grumpy Gus face he got going on here. Still drying. Still drying. Almost there. Almost ready for washes. The wash. Into the wash video. I don't know what the... Let me think here. I might put the... Yeah, I'm going to put the grass on first and then do the wash. Because it'll all filter together. So we'll do that. All right, so he's drying because I do like how the pink has come out for him. It's about as piggy as you can get a pig to look. I'm going to address the base here. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. I thought we were going to have an issue. All right, so this stuff, if you're a parent, this is how it comes looking. It's not a pleasant green. I think we can all agree. If you've ever changed a diaper before, it's a familiar color. But once it dries and goes on there, you get a really nice darker green color, which is why I'd use the brighter green so that the two colors can play nicely off of each other. So I am going to add this. I am not going to use one of my miniature brushes because this stuff is gnarly if it dries or if it gets on your paintbrushes. Trying to alloy go for rings while V is painting. Can't get your torch to work. Whoops. That could be a problem. And then when you go to pull it out of the paint or the paint pot, you'll see that there is this texture to it. If I can get the focus going. So right now this is hold on please. That's actually too long a bit of a texture, but you basically get these filaments that are mixed inside the paint as well. And it works really well. V comes to terms with the fact you're going to wash the sandwich. Looks tan on your screen. Hey, that's why there are those disclaimers when you're buying clothes online. Due to screen settings, colors may be different than the actual color. Now, what I do here, and I'm doing it off, good one. I just basically take it and put a dabbed layer on top. Not dab, but dabbing the paint on top. And you can kind of use your paintbrush to tease it up a little bit so that it, has texture. Nurgle's Gifts comes in bottles too. So I was saying fudge a lot. Yeah. Oh, you think this is looking tan. Okay, I get what you mean. I thought you meant the pig looked tan. So I have used this on a few projects, actually. And it's about a year old now, and it's still going strong. And again, this is another one of those Vallejo weathering effects. You'll see it used more often on things like models, like cars and such. For sure. But like I said, I'm putting it on Sandwich's base because I think it's just a fun touch to get going. Oh, and the other thing you're going to find happening is it tends to shift up on your brush, so it kind of helps to kind of pull it, if that looks pleasant, to pull it down and then guide it back up to the front of the brush as opposed to the base of it. But yeah, going to get this on him, and then I think by the time I'm finished dabbing this around, I'm not going to sneeze again. I'm not going to sneeze. Nope, nope, nope. I don't want to sneeze. I don't want to sneeze. Strawberry. Okay, that worked. If you say the word strawberry slowly, it helps you sometimes, not every time, stop a sneeze. The more you know. Do-do-do-do-do. But this comes in these effect paints. They come with some interesting things. There's rust, there's engine oil, moss, or no, mold. Yeah, mold. Oil slick, I want to say. Something oil slickish. Obviously, a lot of it I haven't used because of the lack of modern terrain building. Though if I do get around to the space stuff, trust me, there are going to be some things coming out from that. For sure. For sure. Okay, so this gets the whole base covered with this grass, and then when it dries, it's going to be a darker green. And it'll be a pretty cool looking effect. All right, thank you so much, Jan, for hanging out, and thank you for sharing the Discord stuff. I always appreciate your help with that. And if you're a Discorder and you want to join your fellow Muselings, jump on over there and share your stuff and say hello. We love to see you there. Always happy to have new people join us and try things out. The fact that you had to specify which dab you were doing, hey, Remember, I have kids. You say dab, they dab. Yeah, this definitely collected. You do want to make sure you rinse this out pretty darn well. Because of that texture paint, it just wants to grip on and stay on, which is why I said don't use one of your mini brushes unless you're ready to get rid of a mini brush. But there you go, it's all nice and clean. So I'll just tuck that back over here. How's everything else doing? Yeah, that's good, that's good, that's good. That needs to rinse a little bit. These two are fine. I get my wash brush. This is actually one that I got from Plaid, but I very much like it because of the shape of the brush. I find is really great for applying washes. Stippling. No, this was definitely dabbing. Stippling is a little bit more precise and helpful. This is more like smack, smack, smack. Just go where I need to go. It's messy. It's a messy approach. Allah. Okay, so Reichland, right? Yes. Reichland Flesh Shade from Citadel is what I'm going to be using for the wash for sandwich. And then I'll let sandwich dry, and I'll show you next week. I'll just do it really quickly at the beginning. I will do a quick brush over with, I think it's going to be Bone White. Not Betty White, but Bone White. Just to kind of bring out the edges of like the ears and the snout and the, I know, I say snout funny. And all the stuff, the ears, the snout, the tail, that type of thing. But right now, we're going to, the other thing I like about this wash is that it's got a pinker undertone to it. But look at the great texture it brings out in my hand. All right, we're going in. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. And a little is going to go a long way, so I'm just going to make sure I move this around a lot. And then he will dry, and then we will have Sandwich ready for his last touches next week. Oh, you're such a cutie pie. Now, because he is so round, you may find you have to move the paintbrush around a little bit more to guide it better, which is fine. There we go. Get a little bit more for this side. Oh, darling sandwich. It'll help to first guide it down the crevices and then sort of smooth it out where there are the wider expanses of flesh. Because it might pull and settle in some odd areas as you're going around. But again, don't go too ham with your wash. Oh, come on, give me that one, please. Give me that one. That was me being me. That's why I like playing Cantrielle. She can throw out those zingers and it's expected. My darling Cantrielle. She's having a rough go of it lately, I tell ya. Had to do an exorcism with the group. Met a pretty nifty captain, but then went on a different ship. This is all Dawnbringers, by the way, if you're wondering. Come and join us tomorrow. We are in Saltmarsh. As we will be. I think we are, aren't we? We have some resolution to come deal with, that's for sure. All right. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. Look at that face. All right, so I'm going to let him dry. Actually, I'm taking care of a couple puddling points. Get that smooth back out. And you'll find that with the washes sometimes you want to go back around and just pull where you see some puddling happening where you don't want it to be. Like back here on the haunches, I don't want that. Nothing wrong with that. But he's been washed. Oh, like in Charlotte's Web when they give Wilbur a wash. except he came out looking really super cute. So I'm going to let him dry. This grass is going to start drying, so you get a better sense of what that looks like too. You're kind of getting the idea at this point, but it's still not entirely there. And then what's going to happen is next week, I shall paint the cart. We have the... Oh, pardon me, as I'm closing this. We have the cart itself to do with the wood, and then we'll do all the fruits and veggies that are in there. So that'll be fun to take a look at, and very fall and festive, quite appropriate for this time of year. So once that gets all done, then we'll have our lovely little piggy and his cart from Reaper Bones for Kickstarter completed. So thank you again to my patrons for voting for this guy. I am thrilled to bits that he was the winner because he's been quite entertaining so far. And we'll get him finished up. And so join me next week. Same time, same place, different date, same day. And don't forget to check me out on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, obviously here on YouTube. And yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, chat. You are always so much fun to chat with and see what you're discussing amongst yourselves. And I will see you all on the flip side. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye.